What game should we play? I will take recommendations from the audience. This one came from someone on Twitter, and do I have logic bombs in my library? Good question. Right, it might have been some other game that I was thinking of. Yeah, I don't. What was the bomb game? Oh, Bombi. That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of this game. Did they ever update Bomb Squad Academy? This game had so much promise, dude. And they just like it's like a demo length game and then it ends right when they could design some good levels. It's like maybe I want to make a Bomb Squad Academy game someday. Okay. Um let's try Logic Bomb then.
Logic Bombs is a logic puzzler originally created for the Game Boy.
That is not a good way to start your trailer. Free advice from me. Not really into dungeon crawlers. I mean, dungeon crawlers where you like automatically level up are not the worst because at least you're not making me spend all my time choosing between a bunch of insignificant things, right? And like if you're playing Diablo games, modern ones, it just tells you which weapon has more stats and you just pick that one, right? That's stupid, but it's not as bad as these games I was playing lately where it's like here's five choices, actively pick one out of 100 things. All right, at least this one has readable text. Jesus. All right. This game already makes me want to rage quit. Imagine a movie where you're already not even supposed to be participating, making you sit through that. Movies wouldn't even do that. All right. Yeah, that's like the left wing meme comic game where there's like a, yeah. Each row and column contains the stated amount of walls. That is grammatically incorrect. That is grammatically incorrect. Okay. 9. Wait, this says 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's 10. 9, 9. This, like, just spend a weekend making the game look nicer. It just would be so much more pleasant to play. Like, why am I staring at a fixed width font where everything has a huge amount of space? Like, if you're going to do fixed width, which I don't prefer, but if you're going to do fixed width, make the letters kind of fill the box so it's readable. Maybe they're going to do something fun where because the text is on a grid like this, you can read vertically later. I don't know. We'll see. But you could still do it so that it's more readable, even if that's true. All right. 1. This has 1. I don't know. 8, 6. Says, I don't know. 0. Okay. What else can we tell here? So this has 0. That has 0. This guy is... He died when we made zeros somehow. Why is this one grayed out? We have... Oh, because there's a wall there. Duh. I wasn't looking at it. All right. So I'm guessing the bomb is how many monstros are in the row and column. Okay, 8. Easy. I feel like 10 squares is a little too much to do this with because it's hard to count them out. Like I wish there were thicker grid lines and whatever. Okay. These are done. All right. And then that gave me something this way, I'm sure. Maybe not. Maybe I got to do another vertical. All right. So I guess that's been grayed out forever. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird. All right. 8. Okay. 4. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, okay. It grays out even if you don't mark the column. So things that I'm done with are grayed out, but also things that I'm not done with are also grayed out. I kind of don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so when the bombs explode, they kill all the monstros. But they have to not kill more monstros? So does that mean I can just do this and I win? Why can't I just do that? Why do I have to fill out the whole grid? Maybe it'll stop giving me numbers eventually and I have to figure it out from the monstros. Yeah, so they're doing 2D text stuff. But yeah, it could be more readable. That's all I'm saying. All right. All monstros must be eliminated. So that means there can't be a wall here. There can't. Okay, so that gives us the 2 actually. And that's okay. That's why these guys are dying, because the bomb is reaching them, because I've declared that there is no wall. We know that there is no wall because this bomb can't kill these guys. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to like this now. This is starting to be like Dungeons and Diagrams a little bit. Okay, I like me some Dungeons and Diagrams. Like, can't I just be done though? I guess not. I guess the point is to decipher the whole maze. Okay, all the ones actually. Actually, wait. Okay, if literally everything is grayed out, then I just put X's everywhere, right? All right. Bombs hit exactly the stated amount of monstros. Okay. So there's one wall. Okay, interesting. The wall is either here or down here. It can't be down here because then there's no way for this bomb to hit 4. It has to be there. Therefore, this guy gets all 3. All right. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, autocomplete for grade. Like, I should be able to just click on a grayed out number and it should put the X's. Right? Or whatever. Like, I don't know. Maybe, again, maybe there's reasons behind why it's doing things this way, but it just feels more tedious than it needs to be. All right. Whoops, I messed up. I messed up. I don't know. How do I reset? How do I reset? Hold right click at level select. What is level select? Come on, guys. That's really annoying. So little choices like how these things work matter a lot. Like Control Z, I guess, is just doing Z and putting things like, why? It's not good. It doesn't make the game better to do that. All right. We're doing literally everything we did before. And we'll just not make whatever very light mistake that I had made that didn't matter, right? All right. Like I get all these ergonomic things that are in like Dungeons and Diagrams, like the whole column or row should get red if you overmark it. Like, why are you not doing that? Like, yes, it makes it harder if you don't do that, but it's bad difficulty. It's not good difficulty. Rule 5. Bombs must not hit Starman. All right. Or other bombs. Okay. No Starmans. No Starmans for you. Is Starmander the name of a Pokemon? Wait, that's walls. Starmander. My name is Starmander. Okay, the wall is here somewhere, so these are all free. So the wall is here, so these are free. Oh, yeah. Hmm. Okay, this guy only hits one. All right. Oh, there's literally another 10 that I didn't look at. I mean, these levels are massively overdetermined right now, I guess. You know, to make it not that hard when you're not used to the game yet, which is a good choice, I think. But like, there's way more information here than I need to solve the puzzle. I think. I feel in my heart that that is true. Wait, we don't know that. In fact, it's definitely not true, right? So that's there. All right. Each zone contains exactly one Starmander and at least one Monstro. All right. Exactly one Starmander. So there's a wall between these. Somehow. Pew! There's a wall here somewhere. Pew! And there's a wall in there. Pew! And there's a wall in there. Oh, and there's a wall here, right? Which means that's the third, so that's clear. Which means that's a wall. Each zone contains one Starmander, so that has to be a hole. Oh, well, it's a 0 anyway. Lol, but I deduced it had to be a hole. Lol, lol, lol. Okay. Okay. The one thing they don't disambiguate here is whether monstros make a separate zone. They probably don't. Bombs don't seem to. Well, maybe. Maybe. For now, we're going to assume that only walls make a zone. Okay. Okay, so there's a wall here somewhere and a wall here, and they have to be diagonal to each other, I think. Oh, maybe not. It's just we need to wall this guy off. Oh, but we can't. Okay, wait. There has to be a wall between these guys, and this guy has to be in the zone with these monstros. Which means what? I mean, maybe it's that way. Maybe it's like the. No, that can't be. Right. So this has to go. This X can't touch these X's. So it has to be like that. Right. Has to be like that. This is a fun game so far. Fun game so far. All right. Each monstro is hit by a single explosion. Right. So it's 1-to-1 between bombs and monstros. Okay. Interesting. So this bomb cannot get this monstro because if it did, it would kill this Starmander. Right? So this bomb has to get these two monstros because it's 2. All right. This bomb can only get this monstro. This bomb could get either of these. Okay. Between this guy and this guy, that gets all 3 of these. Oh, well, this guy could only get this one anyway, regardless of what I just said. But this guy has to get this. Because these 3 are claimed by these 2 guys. All right? Now, because of that, that has to be a wall. Right? Wait. No, we don't know that. We don't know that. There has to be a wall in here. That doesn't help us that much. Okay, there has to be a wall in here, and it's therefore there. There's only one Starmander on the level, so that doesn't help us. Okay, how do we assign between the 2 and the 1 here? if the 2 goes horizontally, there has to be a wall here, which there could be. And that saves the Starmander. Oh, if the 2 goes vertically, there's no saving the Starmander, so it can't. There has to be a wall there, which means 1 goes that way, and 2 goes this way. Okay? I wish I could put directionals on these. I don't know. All right, so all that said, that has to be a wall. Okay. That's my 1 there. The wall has to be in here, which makes those blank holios. Here, there's got to be a wall here. I suspect there has to be a wall before the other bomb, like bombs can't blow up bombs. Do we know that? I don't think we do. But I suspect that that is how the world is. But either way, that only has to be 1 block. So I suspect that's blank, but I don't know for sure. It all must be 1 contiguous area. I mean, I think we basically know that anyway because of these giant Metal Gear Solid Zeros. Wasn't that a Metal Gear Solid Snake game? Snake Zeros or whatever? Metal Zeros? Metal Gear Solid Snake's on a plane? Ground Beef Zeros? Okay, what do I do here? What am I missing? Oh, well, there's only 3 slots here. Okay, that's that. That's that. And that. Okay. Okay. How is it 8 p.m. already, dude? Sundays days generally are going by so fast. I did some really good game design today though. I was working on a Sunday this morning and afternoon. I made 2 new levels for the final end game of the game. and revised a level that Mark had made. That was pretty good for a Sunday. Lazy Sunday. Any game design on stream tonight? I mean, the thing is, because I'm doing endgame stuff, I'm not likely to do design because it's like too big of a spoiler. Yeah. So many good levels. I think you're gonna like where the end games go. I mean, you've done the first end game, obviously. But I'll just say it goes somewhere. I like where it goes. All right. What are we? I don't like this part at all. The earlier part was interesting. This is just Sudoku shit right here. I'm not a big fan of Sudoku shit. I mean, I feel like that has to be a wall, right? There has to be one there and one there, but I don't think I totally know that. Two column done. Two column. What? Oh, because there's only one space. Got it. 3 row done. Oh, got it. Like, this stuff should just be automated. That's not the good part of this game. You should automate the non-good part. The good part is fun so far. So you want to double down on the good part and get rid of the boring part that's in every single game of this kind. Like, do I assume bombs can't blow up bombs? Can I, if I go out, what does that mean? Is my state, yeah, we're saved. Okay. Stated amount of walls. Bombs burst orthogonally. Bombs hit exactly the monstros. Bombs must not hit or other bombs. Okay, yes. So we do know this. I guess if I had looked earlier, we could have cranked through this a lot faster. That bomb can't hit that bomb. There we go. This bomb can't hit this monstro. This bomb can't hit this monstro. Oh, these needs 2. All right. Why does it make me put the last X? Like, just clean this stuff up. Release Logic Bombs 2 with all this cleaned up. It'll be awesome. Also, just put a background bitmap of like a grassy field. Right? You'll sell so many fucking copies of the game. Why are there purple monstros? Oh, because it's attached to the bomb. The purple monstros are definitely dead. They are definitely dead. Dead zone. Okay. 1. One. I mean, why are they doing this? I don't know. It's fine. So there definitely has to be a wall between these guys. There has to be a wall between these guys. So that also means there has to be one here, right? Because otherwise this zone is connected to this zone. Okay, this could close off here. I suspect it does, but we don't know that. Okay, wait. That bomb hits. Wait, did we premature this? How do we know this bomb didn't hit this one? Yeah, do these count? They can't count. Because if they counted, these zones would be connected, probably. Yeah, they would. These zones would be connected. I think I fucked this up, though. Why did I say that that hits that? I'm not sure. Let's do it over. Whoops. Okay. Boom. Boom. One wall. It's got to be there. Okay. Top done. We're 30% done. Okay. This guy gets those. That's all. That's a wall. That's a wall. There has to be a wall between these, and it is not there. Oh, well, that's 8. Never mind. I guess we didn't mark this 1 before. That was grayed out, but I didn't mark the column. Okay. That helps a lot. So that's like that. So this must be a wall, right? So we got this wrong before. Because that's a wall, this has to go that way, and that has to be a wall. Whoops, I didn't realize that was doubled. I was like painstakingly doing this. Okay. Um, I mean, that has to be like that, right? Am I supposed... Oh, that's blank. Okay. We might have to get a snack in a bit. Click the X icon. You mean all these X's? Okay. This bomb must go up. This bomb must go down. Same here. This bomb must go this way. This bomb must go this way. Boom. Boom. Oh, also same boom here. Okay, this can't be a region because there's no Starmander in there, so that has to be filled. See, I'm a gamer. I figured it out. I'm a gamer. Oh, I also figured out the 8. What a gamer. What a gamer. Okay. There has to be a wall here. That's the third. So these are blank holios. All right. So there's one here. God, this game has so many levels. Okay, one thing we learned designing The Witness, don't show people all these levels. Just don't do it. Because you look at this and you're like, I got to do all these, right? Don't do it. Hide the levels. Give people ways to incrementally see the nice levels. Less than 3. Less than 3. It's like what the Robo Voices always used to say on Twitch chat. Less than 3. I mean, this level has a theme. You could break them up into themed areas. Areolas. Themed areolas. Right? Okay. This seems like a much easier level than the ones we've been playing. All right, so here it's one contiguous, one great grand contiguum. I'm checking my messages on my phone real fast. Don't mind me. Less than 3. Okay. Like, if I ever have any misplaced walls, I'm just going to nuke the level and start over. So I don't know why they're telling me less than 3. It's not like I'm going to figure out what's wrong. Like, if I have anything wrong, I'm literally... I guess if I see 3, then I know I have to nuke the level, right? Like, what's the point of that? This number can be used to cheat. Yes, yes, obviously, but we're not going to do that, are we? No, we are not. Okay, that's not right. We already fucked up. I didn't see this. Or I misread something. So, okay, whatever. So we just proved that that's not right. So that has to be like that. Right? Less than 3. Okay, there has to be a hole here, because otherwise that would be cut off from the Starmander. Same here. This has to be connected in some way. It could be there. Can't be there. Let's test. Less than 3. So similarly, the 9 has to connect to something over here. So that's out. All right. Review earlier puzzles to see rules again. Yes, we have done that. Thank you. All right. Boom. Boom. Easy clap, easy clap, easy clap. All right. So these have to be separated, and this is the only thing that will do that. Well, up until there. I think. Hope I didn't fuck up. Okay. Easy clap. This is a fun game. Okay, I'm glad someone recommended it. There are no secrets or meta puzzles. That sounds like a lie. That sounds like a lie. I don't know if it is a lie. It could be the truth. It sounds like the green words in the guy's bedroom. Okay. Okay, this can't blow up this because that wouldn't give us 6. All right. So this has to blow up this. That has to blow up that. Which gives us 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now what? There's got to be a hole in here. Or maybe this is all solid. It could be all solid. Okay, the Starmander has to connect out in some way. So these can't be solid. Ah, yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it should at least tag those gold or something so I can tell that something gold should mean there's something obvious here, dude, right? And then you just notice it and do it. That would be way better. All right. Eight, 8. Oh, 6 is done here. All right. It's probably these, right? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, this 6 is done. Yeah, it should just be gold is something obvious is here, dude. It would just save so much time. So much higher quality of life. All right. Vertical. Any verticals? Oh, this is done. That's done. Okay. Boom. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they could have told me this a long time ago. I don't know what I was supposed to do if someone in chat didn't tell me that. Oh, ha, ha, ha. All right. This too obviously hits these guys. Wall. And then wall here somewhere that we don't know. Which means this guy can only be hit by this buh. No, not a buh, a bomb. This is a wall. This guy can only be hit by this buh, which means that's a wall. Which means that's like that. No, not a buh, a bomb. So there has to be a wall either here or here because you can't. This guy can't hit two. All right. That means there can't be a wall on this side, which means the wall is here, and that's clear. Okay. If one explodes this way, we can't have three. So one does not explode that way. One explodes this way. And then we have two walls plus a hole here somehow. Okay. Three has to be all these verticals, which means wall, connect, connect. Boom, boom. Okay. One now only has this. Okay, we fucked up. We fucked up. Because there's no walls left, but we don't have one hitting this. So one of these walls is wrong. I can't be bothered to go out to the screen. Like, please just put a goddamn reset on the level where you want to reset from, please. All right. All right. What did I say? I said something down here. I think I said something about, I mean, maybe it was wrong, right? Okay, well, here's a definite observation. There has to be a wall here. There has to be a wall here. That's two. So that's clear for whatever that's worth. This only has vertical, but we don't. I thought it had to go both left and right. Why did I think that? That's obviously not true. There is no vertical target, but it could go completely one way or completely the other way, right? When do you get a gun? Well, it's Labor Day weekend. It's a good weekend to buy a gun if you live in a freedom state. I need to get a new AR. I've got this FN15 and it's really heavy. And Lucas was telling me just get a BCM. So I want to get the BCM Recce one or whatever that was, and there's a dealer near here who sells that. So maybe I shouldn't go tomorrow though, because it's a holiday weekend. But I should go order that. Lucas Pope. No, Lucas Pope, I think, lives in Japan, right? Which is not a freedom state at all. We were talking about Lucas Botkin, friend of the channel. He wanted this PC version to have feature parity with the Game Boy version. That is not a good idea. That is not a good idea. Okay. There must be clues hidden in plain sight here. Like I'm going to look at the ones here. Like, okay. There either has to be a wall here or here. Because this guy can't blow up 2. He blows up between 0 and 2. And that means these are free. Same. Wait, not same. Because he could blow up both of these. More ones. 1. Okay. There has to be either a wall here. No, because that's 2. Never mind. It only works with a bomb that's a 1, probably. And a column that's a 1. And with more than one. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was the only juice to get out of that. What am I missing that's like really obvious? There have to be walls between the bombs and the sparkle. Yeah, we already did that. Oh, for this one, that means it's definitely vertical, right? So this one goes up and down and gets 2. Okay, that means he definitely gets these, or he definitely gets this one. Because it's either these 2 or this one and that one. So that, okay, there we go. That is knowledge right there. That is knowledge. We knew that anyway, I guess, because nobody else can get this guy. This one can't reach that guy, no matter what. And there's nobody else in a position. Let's look at that, I guess, right? So this one cannot reach this guy. So the only other bomb that reaches this guy is this. So that has to be. Okay. Which means, I don't know. All right. Wait, why did I say? Yeah. Okay, let's look at the one bombs here. The one bombs. So this bomb cannot reach this guy. The only bomb that could reach this guy is this bomb. Right? Which means the only bomb that could reach this guy is this bomb. The only bomb that could reach this guy is also this bomb, huh? No, it could be that still. Okay, this guy cannot be reached by this bomb. Only by this bomb. I feel like it's an easy mistake to make here. Like I'll just hallucinate, right? Okay, so this guy can now only be reached by the 3. Which also incident en passant gives us this one, which is funny. Which means this one can only be reached by this 3. I like that there's a theme to the solving of this level, right? At least it feels that way. So this one has to get... Wait. It has to get this one. This one we don't know. Maybe that's this guy. Okay. Because this guy blows this up, this has to be a wall, and that's our 1. All right. This is claimed, so the 2 has to go to there, which means that's a wall, which means there we go. Okay, which means wall. Nobody else could reach that guy, and that has to go that way. Which means this has to go this way. And then this 3 only has 3. Okay. Like this is cool design right here. Okay. And then well, except that we fucked up. Yeah. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that if you mark it wrong, it doesn't red you. I just made the mistake. I don't know that. If I make a mistake, I don't know how far back in history the mistake was, and I can't undo and look, which I fucking hate. So now we have to do it all over again. That's going to make me rage quit this game. Like, that is infuriating, dude. It's like such a waste of my time. Like, I just want to clone this game and make the obvious good design decisions that are not being made here. All right. How did we start this one? Let's go back. We got some minor stuff at first, but we can probably ignore that, right? What did we say? We said like this monster can't be hit by this one. It has to be hit therefore by this one. Right? You know how people do like multiplayer patches for games? This game needs like, you know, like, I mean, like mods. This game needs like the reasonable UI mod. The not waste your fucking time mod, right? Ah, so maddening because it's a good game. It's just like, you couldn't properly change the colors because they're tinted at runtime. You wrote an unpacker for the textures? What? Were you trying to clone it by ripping the art out or whatever? What were you doing? All right. This cannot be reached by this guy, so it's got to be this guy. Okay, this cannot be reached by that guy, so it's got to be the 3. This is really confusing now. You were annoyed at the color choices that you were trying to hack the textures fit. I see. You got to hack the code, dude. Yeah, the blue and the green are too close, right? Is that the problem we keep seeing? Like, I think it also depends what monitor you're using, but the blue and the green are too close. All right, let me grab a snack. Back in a sec. Yeah, sometime I want to do Fortune's Foundation, but with quality of life hacks. Maybe that you unlock in a tech tree. Like um hover over a card to see neighboring cards flash, or there's a little candle flame, and if the level's unsolvable now, it'll like die out after it's too late to undo, right? Like one turn after it definitely becomes unsolvable. Or also, if you give up and decide to end your game, you can click a give up button, but it'll actually tell you if you could have won from that point when you give up. What snack? Deer jerkies and a bar of white chocolate. Okay. Two can't go this way, so he's got to go that way. Which means this guy only has 2. So 3 has to go to this guy and then stop. 1 has to go to that guy and then stop. Okay. This guy could only be hit here. So now we just have to decide one of these goes to the 1 and one goes to the 3, and it's not decidable without going to the numbers, I don't think. Which is cool. I like that. Let's change the channel to the game so that people know. 11 followers. Okay, if this goes this way, there's a wall here. If it goes that way, there's a wall here, of course. Okay, well, okay, let's do this. So here, there's definitely a wall there. Right? So that's empty, that's empty. Let's look at the ones. So here, there's definitely a wall there. So that's empty. Could have done that a while ago. Okay. Um, did I just misclick? I heard a noise. Hope I didn't mess up the level. This? Yeah. Okay, wait. There's a wall here. Oh, there's a wall there that we didn't do. Oh, there's a wall there that we didn't do. All right. That is that. That's probably everything we need for the puzzle. I imagine once we do all the Sudoku shit, all the Picross shit, you know how it is. I like that one. Took us a while. Good level. Okay. Boom. It's weird that they didn't show those X's in the beginning of the game, but now they're doing them all the time. Did I miss it, or they didn't do that, right? It's kind of strange. Maybe it's a meta puzzle. It's a hidden secret meta puzzle. Okay, this cannot go this way. He got to go that way. All right. Same here. Was this a vertically mirrored level? I think it is. Kinda. Vertically mirrored plus one row. Okay, I mean, we've basically got everything important now. Like, the rest of this, I should just be able to hit auto solve at this point. If I connect the dudes to the bombs, I mean, I guess there's also the question of regions or whatever, I guess. I don't know, man. This seems like a waste of time to me. Okay. 2, 2, 2. Okay. What can we glean? They call me Mr. Glean. All right, well, the one bomb trick does not work for us anymore. Sad. Okay. The 2 bomb cannot go horizontal or vertical, because if it did, these would be in the same zone. The Starmanders would be in the same zone. So this 2 bomb has to be a corner shape. All right. But we don't know. It could be 4 possible corner shapes. You must hate cats. I mean, in addition to all the mean cats in the game, I'm sure the sound effects, they're so shrill. Cats probably hate them, right? Okay. What do we know about this? Okay, this bomb, the 2 cannot blow this up, and it cannot blow this up because otherwise the Starmanders would die. So the 2 is like that. 2, 2. All right. Do we have other bombs next to Starmanders? No. Okay, well, now this one only goes one place. Okay, the symmetric levels are a little bit annoying. Because, like, why are you making me do a level that's twice the size as the amount of information in the level? Do you know what I mean? I don't like that. That at some point, a little bit of symmetric level is fun. But, like, if you're doing it all the time, it's kind of bad game design. I claim. That is my claim. All right, so this guy can only be reached by the 1. It's a symmetric level, so this guy, I guess, can only be reached by this one. Which means this guy goes there, which means this guy goes there. Like, why am I doing everything twice? It's like I'm programming in C++ right now. Okay? You're making me do everything twice. Time for it to abruptly break symmetry. I mean, it can't unless the numbers were different and the numbers are the same. Like, that would be a fun puzzle, is if it looked like this and then you broke symmetry, but I don't think this is it. All right, this guy can only reach that bomb samesies. Therefore, okay, and now I got to do all the tediousness. Tediousness was the name of one of the guys in Tombstone. I don't want to do this now. All right. Well, I mean, we've got zones somehow, right? So, like, this is in a zone. You can't touch. Zones can't touch. This could be either way. We don't know about this. But, okay, wait. Because the level's symmetric, this has to be part of this zone, right? It can't... If this... Oh, wait. This actually could be to the sides and then a diagonal cutting wall. Never mind. If this were grouped together, It would have to go here. All right. You're making me do everything twice. You're making me do everything twice. You're making me do everything twice. Okay, so now we know it is indeed there. So there's a thing here, so those are open. There's a thing here, so those are open. Okay, these can't touch, but we only have one wall to go here. So it's maybe like that or that. Well, oh, this, duh, those are like that. Um, and that's filled. That's filled. Programming in C++. Now what? Oh, like that. Those are grayed out. Okay, well, these zones cannot touch. Also, oh, fuck. I guess that means that, right? Oh, this is a different zone, right? See, for one tiny screw up like that, if I have to redo the whole level, that is not cool. That is not cool. All right. So, so if there's one wall left, it has to be here or here. Because if it's down here, wait, is that true? Maybe not. Maybe it's not true. Maybe it is true. I don't know. Hard to think about. Okay, let's look at the zones some more. So Okay, these zones cannot touch. We got it. Clap. All puzzles could be solved when first encountered. Great. I mean, that's pretty easy. This is kind of nuts, though. So there's only one wall. It's one of these three. Right? So that's a fail right there. So there's a wall in one of those three, which means there's no walls here. And by extension of that, this can't be open. If that's open, we lose. So that's the wall, which means these. Okay. Which means these. Well, we don't know. It probably keeps going up in a V here, right? This is interesting. How do we figure out what's down here? It's kind of nuts. Maybe just by eliminating columns. Okay, so this is still, yeah, so we extended this region. Okay. I mean, that could theoretically be there. It's not, but it could. Now, this one has to separate these regions, so it can't be here. It also can't be here. So it could be there. It could be there. For all that we know. Okay. Inspired to try Super World. Yes, no, Super World. I rage quit that game. And then I tried to go back after rage quitting. Or is it Supra Land? Whichever one is the new one. Super Mario World. Okay, I mean, obviously I could just guess and continue the pattern because I don't think there's anything to break the pattern, but who knows? We need to figure out why would that be the pattern? Okay, right. These zones can't touch. Okay. So now that expands this. That's kind of cool. like the way you have to go. I don't know how you design that exactly. All right. So that's blank. So that's got to be there. All right. That's cool. I dig it. We're only 1/100th of the way through the game. Okay. This wall has to be in one of these two squares. Otherwise, these are connected. Otherwise, you touch the tips, and that's no good. You don't touch the tips together. Okay. This one has to be in these three. This one has to be in these four, etc. And then, because this is a symmetric level again, like every level in this game. Oh, it's not quite symmetric, I guess. All right, never mind. I was about to get out my jump to conclusions mat. Okay, but same here. So one has to be in these two. It has to be in these three, etc. Okay. The Supra World worse than Supraland. Whatever is the newest one is significantly worse than the old one. Like crazy worse, given that all you had to do was make new levels for a game that already existed. This one could be anywhere in here, I guess. This one has to be in here, so it's not there, right? And there has to be a wall in here. Yeah, they're not. They're not there. Well, this one, yeah, that could be. That could be. I'm trying to get. They're trying to debate me. It could go like this now. Well, no, because of that. All right, never mind. Okay. Okay, here's what I'm seeing. Take this kitty cat. It cannot be hit by the 1. It cannot be hit by the 1, so it has to be hit by the 4. Okay. The 4 could continue onward, but that's as far as it could go, so it must hit that. Okay, wall. Boom. Wall. Boom. Wall. Wall. With this 4, there's only 4 that it could hit at all. This one's actually the easier one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, boom, boom. Wall, 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 wall. This guy can't be hit by nobody but that bomb. Right? All right, I'm already looking ahead and seeing all sorts of other things that have to be true. So that's a wall. This could only be reached by the 2, right? And this cannot be reached by anybody but the 4, which means the 4 is done. All right. This can only be reached by the 2. That's the 3. And we've got all these gray columns. The gray column sounds like one of those novels that got turned into a series on Amazon streaming. Have you guys seen the new season of The Gray Column? Super World is just their early access. Yeah, but like it's not going to get better with regard to the ways that it is currently bad. It's incredibly unlikely to get better. Why is this a Satan level? I don't like the Satan levels. Na 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 na. One. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So these could, in theory, be connected. If they're separated up here, which they can't maybe be. I don't know. I don't know if they can be. Wait, that could theoretically go all the way around, right? No, because that then 6 couldn't go, right? If that went like that, then we would be limited to 4. It can't be these two. There's 2 walls. It can't be those because that would make a region. So that is cut off. So it's one of these 2. They also made 2 expansions for Superland you didn't play. Okay, this is maybe even worse. I don't even remember if I finished Superland. I played it way past what I normally would have because Elliot likes it. So I was like, okay, I'll just keep playing this game and try to get to the good part. I mean, it's cute. It's a cute concept and all that. So I played it pretty far. I just don't remember if I finished it. Do 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 do. I don't know, guys. I'm just staring at numbers. Oh, there's got to be, okay, there's got to be a wall here. That's 1, 2. That doesn't help me much. I'm just staring at numbers. Okay, wait, this has to go out like that. So we can't touch the tips. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, but that does because these would connect otherwise. They should have called this game Don't Touch the Tips. All right. That would have been the appropriate name of the game. Or maybe just one zone of this game. It's about 15 hours. Let's see how much we played Superland. library. Supraland. Wait, I have an expansion for it. I must have bought it when this expansion was available. Playtime 2. No, I played it for way more than 2 hours. Dude, I played this for multiple streams. Multiple streams. I don't know what Gabe is smoking right now. Dude, I was like fighting monsters and stuff. Maybe it was 2 hours and it just felt like 15 hours. I don't know. I don't know, man. All right. That was cute. I dig it. I dig it. Ah. Now we're just doing Sudoku shit. No. I don't know why I'm thinking of that song tonight. Ain't heard that song in years. Song so old, nobody in chat even knows what it is because they were all born in 2007. It's a song that Robert Plant culturally appropriated, or whoever. Somebody did. How did I do those? Yeah, it was like if they connected the other way, there wasn't enough room to have walls for the numbers. You want to start up a new game of Dungeon Warfare 2? Yeah, Dungeon Warfare 2 was fun. Although I'm afraid to play it again because maybe I'll think it sucks now. I don't know. Okay. Okay. The five, the twos have to go vertically, at least for one cat, because they can't go horizontally. Uh, for both, I mean, right? So that has to be like that. Which means for the five has to eat at least two cats vertically. And because these are stacked, that means the five doesn't eat any cats horizontally. So the ones eat these cats. And the twos eat those cats, right? We got a lot of cat eating happening right now. Just like in Michigan or Minnesota. Where is it? Is it in Michigan where all the cat eating happens? This is the boring part. This is the boring part. This is the very model of a very, very boring part. If you steal a rude song from another culture, is that cultural inappropriation? I mean, it must be. It must be. Wait, why are there one bombs diagonally? This game's getting silly. This game. This game is getting silly. It's got to be a secret meta puzzle, dude. This is like the 10 queens puzzle or something, kind of. Not really. Not really. Pew! Did you hear that? Pew! Pew! All right, well, I guess this cat can only be blown up by this bomb. Okay. Which means there must be a wall here, so this one has to go that way. Which means this one has to go that way. Which means this one has to go that way. This one has to go that way. Wait, no, whoops. I almost did the opposite. This one has to have a wall. Okay. Pew, 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 pew. So we got a wall. We've got this big creeping zone warfare. Call of Duty Modern Zone Warfare happening. All right, so again, that's not that guy, so it has to be there. And the only cat left gets the only bomb left. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. I think this is this zone and you have to split right here, but I'm not. This, maybe not. Maybe not. Well, we're gonna find out pretty soon. Oh yeah. Oh, that's definitely that zone. So like, you can't touch the tips. All right. Can't touch the tips. We're blowing up cats all over the place, guys. These cats don't know what hit them, honestly. These cats have no idea. They have no idea. Okay, this has to be connected out to the ground layer has to be connected. All right, well, I mean, it doesn't. So this can only have one wall. This could have two walls. So it's kind of here and then there to make a zigzag, but I don't think I definitely know that. Well, no, because well, actually, so we know this isn't connected through because that doesn't leave enough walls, so that has to be connected through, right? And then that gives us the eights. And then that. Okay. Which way do the threes go? So if the three goes this way, all the ones go up. I don't really know what that means. What am I looking for here? Is this another rotationally symmetric level? Yes. Why? Why, game? Why? I mean, look, I don't see anything telling me, but there's only two choices. I can't, maybe it's not rotationally symmetric because the numbers are different. I could just guess one and go the other way if it's wrong. Okay. That cannot be a wall. If that is a wall, we have to go this way and eat three cats, and that doesn't leave three walls. Therefore, I should not choose the cup in front of you. Okay. Similarly here, we can't eat all three of these cats. So we can't eat any of the cats. What's the single sentence review of this game so far? Wait, is it Missouri where they eat cat? No. It's one of the M states, right? They love this game in Dearborn, Michigan, I think, is the one sentence review. Okay. Do cats taste good? Well, some people think so. Okay, so since these cats are not being eaten horizontally, whoops, they have to get eaten vertically. Same here. Boom. Boom. Ah, boom. Boom. Okay. And now Sudoku shit. And doing everything twice. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. So this bomb does not blow up this cat. Actually, that doesn't blow up that cat for sure. But this bomb doesn't blow up this cat, so those are open. This bomb doesn't, so those are all right. Okay. What? How do we finish this? Finish him. Oh, well, the observation is these have to connect through. All right. Ding, dingle, dingle boppers. Dingle boppers. All right, this is a good game. We're going to get tired of it pretty soon. Just for now. We'll come back and play later. What else should we play tonight is the question. Do we play a game about dingle boppers tonight? I don't know. Okay. Four cannot go horizontally because that would connect the dots. The Starmanders would be mutually destructive. It can't go east-west. It can't go northwest. See, there's not a Starmander down here. So there's more than one way that it could go. Okay, we've got one wall on the bottom. Either this bomb eats this cat and then there has to be a wall there, or this bomb doesn't eat this cat and there has to be a wall there. So the wall is in here. And that tells us which bombs eat which cats. Okay. Cats have now been eaten. Now, there's at least one wall here. And then one either, again, eats this cat and then there's a wall, or it doesn't eat this cat and there's a wall there. So there's a wall here. There's a wall here. That's open. Not a very big reveal, but look, we take what we can get. Oh, this 2, first of all, is blocked. This also cuts down what the 4 could do. But also, check this out. This guy, well, this guy has to be eaten that way or that way, right? We don't know which yet. Okay, this 2 cannot go totally vertically now. It has to at least eat that cat. It may eat this cat. We don't know. We don't know. Okay, wait. If the 1 explodes to the right, there's not enough walls. So we have to be like that. Now the 4, it either doesn't explode south or it goes for only 1 cat. So this 1 wall is here, which means there's no... Oh, we fucked up. Wait. Yeah, we fucked up, guys. I don't know what I did wrong. We're going to have to do the puzzle over. But the problem is you could make the same logic both directions, right? Either 4 doesn't explode north, or it does, but it's shielded from that cat. So there's 1 there, but there's also 1 here. So I screwed up. I apologize deeply for offending everyone. That's what happens when it's bedtime. All right, we're going to do this again. We started down here with the 2, right? What did we say? We said there's 1 wall on this bottom row. If we go this way, it has to be there. If we don't go this way, it has to be there. Therefore, okay, that still sounds like sound logic to me. Now I think I jumped ahead and connected the 2 there, but, oh yeah, because it's grayed out, right? So that's like that. That's like that. Okay. Before we screw up anything else, what I said about the 1 block, it has to be true here. So that has to be all open, right? So now the 4, because it touches this Starmander, the 4 cannot go all the way east because it would touch that Starmander, and it can't go all the way west because it would touch that Starmander. Since it doesn't go all the way west, this guy could only be eaten by that bomb. Right? And, well, that. Right? Since it doesn't go all the way east, this guy could only be eaten by this bomb. We don't know about this one yet. That has to be a wall. There has to be a wall in here, so that's clear. Okay, this 2 can only eat these 2 guys. That's all that could happen here now. All right. And then that has to be that wall, so that is clear. That has to be a wall. That has to be a wall. So now we've solved our 4. The 4 goes there and it goes there. Okay. And then this guy could only be eaten by the one, so that goes there. Boom. Boom. Wall. The third column bomb touches the Starmander? No, that's fine. The bomb can touch the Starmander. That's not a rule. That's not a rule. Um, okay. I feel like we've got area connectivity logic, right? So here, you can't touch the tips. All right. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Can't touch the tips. Can't touch the tips. Can't touch the tips. And then the same here. These two. Okay. There's only one wall in this entire column. This is all this dude. I don't know. I don't know about that. Oh, there's a wall there. Okay, now we've got zone contention again. That's our fourth. No game suggestions? No game suggestions? Oh my goodness. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Banana-na-na-na-na. Banana na 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 na. What a this is a cute level. I like it. I like it. No, this is cool. This is cool. I dig it. I dig it. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Easiest level. Played Cypher Zero. I don't think so. Dredge? Dredge, I played. It's a very boring game, but I still played it for a long time. Okay, we'll come back to that later. Steam TPS reports. How many, like, dude, the average age of Twitch chat must be so young at this point that you guys don't even know about TPS reports, right? You guys are so young, you don't even know about Taylor Swift. You don't even know about my girl Taylor. All right. Leafs Odyssey. Well, we're playing this right now. Okay. Already the game has turned me off with the Nintendo ass warning on the front. You can't be a cool game like this with a Nintendo ass, you might have a seizure if you play video games warning. Like, what? Even Nintendo's stopped doing those, right? I don't think I've seen those on any Switch games, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Have I tried Jeppe Carlson's Cocoon? I tried a game called Cocoon for 10 minutes. I don't know if that's the one you mean. I saw a movie called Cocoon with a bunch of old dudes in a swimming pool. Lake. Okay. I mean, is it the Cocoon that came out in the past year? Because that game was not good. I know a lot of people liked it. I know it was successful. It was not good. Okay, this is way too slow to be a one toggle. Come on, this is so slow, dude. No? Okay. No? Oh, it's that. Hmm. This is so slow. Let me go to the next puzzle. It's a game for babies. All right. Wait, what? Oh, like that. Game for babies. All right. So those are off. One of these is on, and one of these is on. If maybe there's more than one solution, right? It could be that and that. Yeah, I think I could have done it the other way too, and it would have been fine. So it's weird to get out of the mindset of just having played a game where everything has a unique solution. Okay, people. Let's eat some cats. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, wait. There's one additional hole here. Okay. The most this bomb could get by going sideways is 4. So, and then the most it could get by going north is another 1. So it's got to at least be that. Okay. That cat has been eaten. Now, also, at least 3 of these cats get eaten by the 6. But that doesn't tell me any specific direction. Actually, yes. So this cat could only be eaten by the 6, right? The 1s don't reach that. So boom. Okay. Now this is a 4. Okay, actually, right. These cats can't get eaten by anyone else either. So we really only have 2. Okay. One of these, there's a 1 wall here between these 2 positions. So one of these cats gets eaten and the other one doesn't, which means 1 has to go this way and then a wall. Okay. Jesus saves. Now, this is done. So this is done. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we don't know which cat. But this 1 is walled off, right? So that has to be there. That wall has to be there. All right, which means that has to be like that. So all the cats are dead. Okay, we got that. We got that. We got that. We got that. Okay, so that's got to be a wall. Got him. What do I think of this game so far? It's pretty fun for what it is, but also if there's not more to the game than the rules that have been shown so far, I'm not going to play all the levels because, well, I'm not going to play them anytime soon. It might become like a Fortune's Foundation thing where I play it long term. Who knows? But yeah. Okay, so we got a bunch of ones and then a two. Sad. Very sad. Okay. Okay. So the two at most eats these guys. Okay. So this one block has to be down here. It can't blow up the bomb. So the block is here or here. Actually, it has to eat one of the verticals, right? But maybe not both because it could eat a horizontal as well. But so the wall has to be here or above. So this is open. All right. Now that cat is dead. Wall, wall, wall. That's the only wall there. So we have that. Okay. So that means these bombs don't eat that cat. 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 Um, that bomb doesn't eat that cat. That bomb doesn't eat that cat. Okay, so we're shrinking the undefined area of the play field to now these two identical columns. I thought there might be some symmetry breaking in the level, but apparently not, because everything left is completely symmetric. Why does this game make me do everything twice? It is the eternal question. Actually, no, it's not. Okay, hold on. This is a 3 and this is a 4, so it's not actually symmetric. So because this is a 4, we have 1, so we have 3 more blocks and 4 more holes, right? So only one of these is an open space. So one bomb explodes. Oh, at most one bomb goes vertically, or 0 and the space is down here. Will you be trying out the new Hollow Knight game? Probably. It's just I'm not a big Hollow Knight fan. I mean, it's fine. It's a successful indie game. That's great, but it's not my jam. So it is what it is. I mean, Indie Fund helped fund Hollow Knight. I don't think I put any money into it because I was broke finishing The Witness at the time, but it's one of our frickin' projects. The original one, not this one. You're leaving data science for game development. Good choice. Good life choices. We like it when people make good life choices. I mean, there is such a thing. So first of all, you know, data science is a fake job title, right? But also, um, no, it's literally a fake. Like Chamath Palihapitiya on All In, there's an episode where he talks about there was no such title as data science, and then he made it up because they wanted to hire one guy at Facebook, and like analytics or whatever didn't sound serious enough. So he was like, "We're going to hire you as a chief data scientist," and the guy took the job. That is the origin of that term. It is a bullshit term. Um, but there is such a thing as data science for good purposes. You could also do that, right? It doesn't all have to be selling people shit. Almost everybody who is a so-called data scientist is in charge of selling people shit, but it doesn't have to be. So, for example, Arc Institute and RetroBio and all these guys are doing all this like AI mining the space of, um, protein effects on the body to try to find therapeutics to assist in aging, for example, and all these things. And that's a place where a so-called data scientist could go and actually do some real good, right? It doesn't all have to be ads for Labubu's on Facebook. Should you leave Linux kernel development for game development? Do you enjoy Linux kernel development? It feels to me that nothing happens in the Linux kernel anymore. Like nothing foundational happens. It's all just like minor driver stuff, right? That's what it looks like to an outsider. Okay, how do we need to figure something out here. What do we do from this point? You're doing live patching, it's getting repetitive. Live patching of what? What does that mean? Do you mean like you can update the kernel without rebooting? That doesn't sound very good. I mean, here's the thing. Why not just have the kernel not need to be updated? Like dude, I already run Linux machines for like years at a time, all right? And they're fine. So like why do we need why do we need to keep the machine up while we update the kernel? You just don't need to update the kernel. Just simplify the kernel, fix all the bugs, and then it's done. What's wrong with the software being done? Gotta get the new security bugs? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What I am not seeing whatever I need to see here. Oh, well, there's this. That was grayed out. Okay, that counts. That's very good. I mean, honestly, if this is what the rest of the game is going to be, like this is kind of a shit burger level design, right? It's like not, it's just not very good. And that might be like, maybe there's only so many like super interesting concept levels you can do with these rules, and then that's it. The game's over, right? Maybe. I I hope the game can show me that I am wrong. So like this, because of the symmetry, this has to be outside, right? I'm going to claim that that's the case. Well, we were out of things anyway. What if I made a Labubu video game? Okay, so this has to connect through because this is cut off otherwise. So this has to be open. Wait. No, this is still broken. Oh, this, never mind. This does connect through the bomb. That has to connect through. Okay, so we're like that. This has to connect through. That has to connect through. I did not like that level at all. If you've solved the bombs, can't you just place the walls anywhere as long as the numbers fit? Well, I mean, I think there's probably only one answer to most of these puzzles. Or all of them. Okay, Blom, Blom. I'm getting tired of this already, actually. Should we like skip ahead after this level? Okay, this monstro can only be hit by that. Same here. Right? Not true there. Yes, true here. Well, this guy only has two that he can hit at all. This guy's done. This guy's done. So the wall has to be in here somewhere. So these are open. Do I think $20 is a fair price for Silksong? It sounds very cheap to me. I mean, I don't know how big of a game it is. It sounds like a very low price, doesn't it? Okay. There's got to be a wall here somewhere. That doesn't help us, though. Any reason to play this game over Dragon Sweeper? Well, I mean, I've played Dragon Sweeper a lot already, and we could play it again today. We haven't played it in a couple weeks, right? After this level, we will skip ahead and see if there's anything going on. Because this is getting pretty boring, honestly. Okay. Do we start using region quarantines? I feel like not quite. We don't have quite enough information. Well, okay. For these zones to be separate, there's one wall here. The wall has to be contiguous to this wall, which puts it in these three, which means we can do that. See what I'm saying? Because this region has to be disjoint from this region. Um, yeah. Oh, and this is cleared. So it's not there. And that gives us two possibilities. Okay, well, there's a wall here because you can't touch the tips, right? Then there's a wall in one of these two. It's probably here. It could be both, really. Okay, so same here. Boom. Okay. I think we screwed up somehow. I don't see how. Oh, no. You want to see an awesome deduction? All right. So this group is kind of creeping in here. It has to say separate from this group. So that means there has to be a wall in these three, right? But the same is with this group to this group. There has to be a wall in these three, but there's only one wall. So it literally has to be there to cut all three off from each other. See that? Okay, that's a more advanced deduction. I don't know if that's necessary to solve the level. Same on bottom. Oh yeah, because this is, okay, wait, no, this is just obvious here. It's like this group can't touch this group. I don't know why I didn't see that. Okay, that puts that. Okay, this one was a little more sophisticated. All right, 3, 3, 3. Three. Okay, here we have a wall. Don't know why I didn't see that one earlier. And then we have a wall in one of these two squares, which gives us that and that. I mean, there's probably a wall there, right? And it could have a bump here. Oh, wait, we got this one. You can't touch the tips there. All right. And then this column only has 3. Boom. This group is secure. It would be satisfying if it did a flood fill, like, you know, that would be satisfying. Also with this. Oh, wait, this is both. Lol. Oh, we can't even skip ahead that far. Question marks. Solve this puzzle to unlock the next row. I see. This is challenge puzzle. Okay, that gives us this. Who just died? Oh, these guys. All right. So the 3 is done. 2 is done. Now the 1 is interesting. Oh, maybe it eats that cat. Actually, this cat can only be eaten by the 1, right? That's the only guy. So that gives us those. Okay. Like instead of question marks, just don't put anything, please. Okay, so so 3 is eating 3 cats already. Okay, 6 goes at most 4 in this direction, right? Actually, okay, it has to go at least 1 because it can't get all 4. It has to go at least 1, which means it has to go at least 3. All right. Which means 2 has to go this way because it can't get this cat and this cat because these are attached. These are Siamese cats. So that has to go like that. All right. All right. I mean, we're basically done. Zero bombs. Yeah, these question marks are annoying. Just don't put them on the screen, dude. So the 0 bombs cannot hit other bombs. All right. That has to eat that cat right there. What knowledge could we act on here? I mean, okay. There's 3. Obviously, there's a block and a not block between each bomb. Okay. But then question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. 5. There's only one hole in the whole column. Okay. So what do we do here? So there's 1 in this column, and there's 3 in this column. And there have to be 4 between the two. That means, for example, 1 is on the right and then 3 are on the left, but they're all blocking bombs, all right? Which means the zones between the bombs are X'd out. Do you see what I'm saying? Oh, and then here, these are given. That one's easier. Should have seen that. And now these are given. Okay. Yeah, you could quote me, sure. It's fine. It's fine. I am a supporter of the Pretzel Neck franchise. There's not enough games with giraffes in them. Giraffe snakes. It's like Snake Bird, but it's Snake Giraffe, not to be confused with Space Giraffe, which is a totally different game. Totally different game. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do I need to see here? So there's 2 more blocks here, and they get between the bombs, but we don't know, right? And then the other one is X, but we don't know. We don't know which is which. Walls can't create zones. I know, but like that doesn't help very much. It doesn't really give us any new information. So for example, we can only cap 3 of these. But we know that because there's a 3. Right? We know that the 2 on this side doesn't cap whatever we leave open, but that doesn't help, right? We know that 8 here only has 2 holes, but those holes have plenty to line up with. Okay, well, actually, no. So let's think about this. No, it has plenty to line up with because there's only 2 blocks, so regardless of which of these is open, it could splook out. It could splook out. Oh, the 6 rows, they're done. Yeah, there needs to be a gold like, dude, this is obvious. That would make the game so much more playable. All right, so we did that. That gives us our 2 here. That gives us that. And that, and that. And that. Okay, of this 8, obviously, well, we actually don't know. I was going to say, so because this is another mostly symmetric level, there's probably one hole here and one hole here, but there is, wait, no, it's not there's no asymmetry because this formation is symmetric, all right? That means there's one block there and one block there. So we have 3 blocks here. That's asymmetric, actually. So we know that for these 3s, they can't both be here and they can't both be here. And they can't be diagonal either. So there's only one square out of these 4. Okay. That still isn't enough for us to really conclude anything. But that's interesting to notice. Or no, actually, never mind, because it could just be connected through on the other side. Yeah, never mind. So the problem I'm having now is I don't see what's next, and I kind of don't care. I kind of don't care. The question marks are so ugly, it makes me not want to play, you know? Okay, there is a thing that we know, and that is one of these halves is capped off because there's 3 here. So you only get into one side, which means it does have to be connected through, like I was saying. which means there's only one in this combo of 4. There's only one in this combo of 4. Okay? And because this is 8, there's one on each side, right? There's one here and one here. Which means this is open. Because either place that I put this oh, wait. Yeah. No, you can't. Okay, so this has to be open because a bomb can't be in a zone by itself. Duh. All right. So now if I put a block here, that seals us off. And if I put a block here, oh, that doesn't seal us off. So that means either there's no block here or there's no block here. Right, so these have to be connected. That's great. Good point. And these bombs can't hit each other. Okay, connected, connected. Walls for middle left bomb. Oh, here. Yeah. Good point. All right, this has to be connected through. This has to be connected through, which gives us these. That's blank. That's done. Okay, we're just left with this. How do we know? Did we screw up? How are we supposed to disambiguate this? Forced bottom. Forced bottom. No, this wouldn't create a zone. These are connected out though. That's the thing. That's what we were missing. It's just you can't wall off these bombs. All right, so that's our one. So that gives us these. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed this game in the beginning. I'm not really enjoying it now. It didn't even unlock more for us. I think that's going to be it for now. How do I quit? I didn't get enough sleep. We might take a nap break. And then continue later. We might take a nap break and program.